People keep asking me if I'm back, and I'm thinking, yeah, I'm back. Alrighty, let's do this. So, people may know that I uploaded my last video. Oh, has it been over 2 years ago? I think so. Anyways, people might be wondering, DJ, where did you go? I've been waiting for your next video. I thought you were going to be the next big thing, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, here's the answer. Basically, I bit off more than I could chew. I uploaded my first video, which was an overwhelming success, and I was completely unprepared for making a second video of the same quality. You see, the first video I poured my heart and soul into. It was kind of something that it was just a spur of the moment kind of idea that I had a lot of energy and passion in order to make, and I had no idea that it would be so successful. And then when I got all these views, I was like, I have to make more videos, and I pretty much got monetized overnight, and I had to keep making more videos, but my schedule was all messed up. Anyway, I won't bore you with the details. Long story short, I could not keep up the pace. So I burned out, and that's what happened. But now we are back, and you might be wondering what changed. Well, in other words, a lot of stuff changed. I moved, I got a new job, new place to live, new car. Everything pretty much changed in the past 2 years for me, and I kind of realized that this is something that I have a passion for. But we're going to have to do things a little bit differently now. And you might be asking, what's different this time? Well, in order to keep making content in a way that I can sustain, I will no longer be making, at least in the near future, those long educational, highly researched types of content that's like, 10 to 15 minutes long. Yeah, I'm not going to do that anymore in the near future. Hopefully at some point I get back to doing that. We will see, but for now we're kind of going to do something a little bit more easier, something that I can kind of get my training wheels back on and kind of get back into the swing of things. And well, here we are making, what would you know, a tier list. But not just any tier list. We are going to be doing a Paramore album ranking tier list. And why Paramore, you might ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. Paramore just so happens to be my favorite band, actually my favorite musical artist of any type, of any sort, of all time. Now, I'm not going to say that I am Paramore's biggest fan. I'm not so obsessed with them that I literally know every single thing about them, but I can say that I probably know more than 99% of the people out there about Paramore, so thought this was a good place to start, something that, will be right up my alley, something easy to do. So yeah, without further ado, let us get into it. Also, you'll have to forgive me, I'm a little bit under the weather, so if you keep hearing me try to clear my throat. My voice sounds a little gravelly, that's kind of what's going on. Anyway, let's get started. So, Paramore's first album is All We Know Is Falling. All We Know Is Falling, their first album. All right, so this is kind of off the cuff, but what do I think about this album? Basically, Paramore's first album was great, I think. Some people don't really give this album as much respect as it probably deserves. There's a lot of bangers on it. Emergency, of course, is awesome. Pressure, great song, especially in concert. And then a personal favorite of mine, which I know a lot of people also like, is My Heart, the only Paramore song to have screaming in it. So, really good album. I think it is a good debut album. It is not the most mature album at all by them, but it really solidified them as a emo band to begin with. It kind of had all of the kind of angsty teenage vibes that you would want out of your early 2000s pop punk bands. Lots of great headbanging type of songs. Also some good slower songs mixed in there. Actually, I'm just thinking of this album off the top of my head. I should probably look at the actual song list. Let's see here. All we know is Falling. Yeah. Yeah, but really all these songs are pretty good. Conspiracy is another favorite song of mine. So it's actually a good listen from start to finish. There's some ups and downs to it. Not their strongest album, but not their worst album. Can I say that? Ooh, it's too early to say that. I think safe to say, and this is you guys have to understand, obviously a Paramore fanboy, so, even for me, if I put something in C tier, that's still probably S tier in terms of like overall music that I like to listen to. But for Paramore specifically, if we're staying by Paramore standards, where would I rank All We Know Is Falling? I would probably put it at either B or C tier. I'm gonna put it at B tier. Yeah, I'm gonna put it at B tier. And we can come back to this later, but that kind of feels like a good safe spot for it, right? Like not the best, not the worst, kind of in the middle. Yeah. Yeah, that works. Okay, cool. So next we have the infamous Riot album. The Riot album. So this is the album that came out when I first started listening to Paramore. I think this album I know it went platinum. I don't know if it went diamond. But anyway, I think it's probably one of their best selling albums. And of course, it has perhaps their all-time most famous song to this day, In Misery Business. That song still hits so hard. I mean, just truly probably one of the best songs of the 2000s, if I'm being honest with you. Misery Business just goes so hard. But honestly, this album goes so freaking hard. Like, we're talking from That's What You Get. For a pessimist, I'm pretty optimistic. We have, what else is on there? Oh, well, my personal favorite song, which is Born for This. And Fences. Fences is probably their most underrated song of all time. Fences is, go listen to Fences again. If you're a Paramore fan, trust me, Fences is just, it's a vibe unlike any other. But yeah, and then like I said, the aforementioned Misery Business. This album is just, I don't know what else to say. Like, it might just be in contention for the best emo album of all time, I think. So, Let the Flames Begin is just incredible, especially live. Yeah, this song pretty much has it all. I'm not a fan of certain songs, like I think We Are Broken is a little slow. It kind of, I mean, it's okay, but it's not their best song. When It Rains also not the best song, but it has a good story behind it. But overall, I think between That's What You Get, Misery Business, and Fences, and Crush. I mean, this album is good. Clearly better than All We Know Is Falling. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in S tier. I think, yeah. I think for now we're gonna have to put this in S tier because I'm having a hard time thinking of an album better than it. So we'll do that. Next, I don't know. Should we rank the live album? I'm gonna rank that live album. The live album is S tier. I'm sorry. This album is just the album, the live performance. It's basically the Riot but live. The way that they play the set list in this album is so much better than even the actual album that, you know what? This is in order. So I'm gonna put Final Riot. Final Riot is like fine wine. Like, I don't even listen to this album all the time. I listen to it on special occasions. And yeah, so it's basically Riot on steroids. I'm going to put it there. From the opening song to the very end, it hits so hard. Nothing else to say. It's the ultimate. Okay, cool. Now we have Brand New Eyes. Brand New Eyes. So this one is interesting because it starts to kind of be like their first departure into more mature territory, kind of more experimental type stuff. I think at this time they also had a lineup change. I want to say, okay, no, this was the last album with the Farrell brothers on it. That's what it was. This was the last one with the Farrell brothers on it. So yeah, so this is the last album with like kind of the OG bandmates and crew and stuff. This album was great, even though I know that the recording process had its issues. If I had to pick a favorite song on this album, it's gotta be Brick by Boring Brick, I think. And also All I Wanted is pretty good. Let me see what else is on this album, so I just don't want to forget anything. Let's see here. Ignorance. Oh, Careful. Careful. How did I forget about Careful? Yeah, Careful is probably top 5 best songs of Paramore. So this album is actually also very underrated. Of course, the only exception was the most played Paramore song at the time. I mean, if you listen to the radio when this album came out, it was pretty much the only exception. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You could not get away from that song. And it's a good song. I mean, don't get me wrong. Very, very radio friendly song, though. Nothing wrong with that. Just, just a little bit radio friendly. Some songs not that great. I would say probably like Looking Up, Feeling Sorry, some slow parts. But overall, great album. I would put it at, is it better than, yeah, it is. Yes. I'm going to put it at A tier for Brand New Eyes. Okay. So then after that, they had the whole breakup with the Farrell brothers, and there was a bit of a hiatus, and they came back with their self-titled album called Paramore. I very much remember buying this. I think this was the first CD that I bought. Was it the first CD? No. Well, this was the first CD I bought when I started collecting CDs and records and stuff. So I remember listening to this one in my room. This album, very emotional, actually. A lot, very, very mature, a big departure from their more pop punky roots, I would say, as a band. Let me see what we got on this album. Let's see here. So we got Fast in My Car, pretty good intro, very fast pace. And got Now, that one's decent. Grew Up, Daydreaming, I like. This album has a lot of interludes in it, which I thought was pretty interesting. I don't know if I would say if you're going to listen to the album as a whole, it works very well, but you're not going to listen to the interludes on their own. So I don't know if you're going to like re-listen to the album, you might view the interludes as kind of like filler, but I wouldn't go that far. Part 2 is a great sequel to Let the Flames Begin. Not better, but great sequel. And then, oh yes, how can I talk about this one? This is the album with Still Into You. I remember this one being a big deal, especially amongst Paramore fans. Because I remember people were like, oh, Still Into You, it's they're a sellout band, oh, they're a sellout, and they don't make the music they used to make it. And yeah, I get it. Like, yeah, Still Into You is it's a little bit soft, it's a little preppy, but honestly, all in all, it's a decent song. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still think it's probably their worst song they've ever made. I don't even think that's a hot take, but it's a song for people who don't really like Paramore. It exists. What can I say about it? But it doesn't like destroy the album or anything like that. It's just kind of a song that I don't particularly care for. But every other song is pretty good. Proof I really like. And then of course the last song on it, which is Future, truly one of their most creative albums, with especially with the song, how it kind of goes down, like it fades away and then it fades back in. Pretty good approach. Really like the super epic, dramatic, sweeping sounds that they go for. Lots of reverb, lots of stuff like that. So overall, let's put, where are we going to put self-titled? Self-titled. I'm going to put it at the top of B tier. Yes, because I listened to Brand New Eyes a bit more than self-titled. So yeah, I would probably put it top of B tier. Okay. I don't know what this is. I know this is like the deluxe version of the self-titled album. I don't know why that's on here. And I think this is just like an image from that's what you get single, I want to say. I don't know what this is supposed to be or whatever. Anyways, after that we have After Laughter, probably their most unique album of all time. After Laughter. Now this album I have listened to the least, so I have to really kind of look back and remember what songs they had on this one. Hard Times was good. It had a very good music video. A lot of these songs are very like post-punk inspired, if I remember correctly. So they were also kind of going for, I want to say like 80s was it like 80s aesthetics? Anyway, they were gonna kind of going for like a more artsy vibe with this album. Lots of good songs. I think it's my favorite song on this album is it 26 or No Friend? Is it No Friend? Oh yeah, No Friend, No Friend. No Friend is probably their most underrated song on this album. Very, very interesting. I think they play with like different time signatures and stuff. Overall, this album is surprisingly sad for how surprisingly positive it seems on the outside. I can't really put my finger on why, but it has a very like I want to say almost like a passive aggressive tone to it, where it kind of feels like they're telling the world how they're trying to be positive, but they kind of are still holding a grudge against people for some sort of I don't know, like they're holding some kind of grudge, and I haven't quite like dissected this album as much as I want to, but it definitely is the deepest of all their albums. I want to say like there's more to it than meets the eye. So this one's gonna be the hardest to rate. Hmm. I From a technical standpoint, I think it's better than every album in B tier. It definitely doesn't have the bangers of S tier. Hmm. Is it better than Brand New Eyes? No, no, no. I wouldn't listen to it as much as that. Hmm. Is it gonna be either bottom of A tier or top of B tier? Hmm. I think I want to put it top of B tier. No, I'm gonna put it middle. I'm gonna put it between, yeah, between self-titled and between All We Know Is Falling. That feels about right. It hurts to put it here because it is a really good album, but it just doesn't have the bangers of like these albums over here. So I kind of have to put it here. I feel like, which makes me think I should put All We Know Is Falling down here. Yeah, that looks better. Mm, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do like yes, that looks way better actually. Yeah, so All We Know Is Falling, After Laughter, self-titled, and then yeah, this looks good. This looks good. All right. And then last but not least, we have This Is Why. All right, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I freaking love this album. This is an S tier album, hands down. The only album that holds a candle to this is Riot itself. Now, why is that? Well, let me explain. Let me pull it up here. This is why. All right, so let's just talk about the first the song, the title of how do I say this? The first song of the album, which is the album is named after, This Is Why. This album incorporates so much creativity that it's just wild. Like it's pulling from stuff like post-punk, it's got like electronic stuff in it, it's got classical rock stuff in it, it's got some French-inspired music going into it. I mean, the vocals of Hayley Williams have never been better than in this album. And I mean, the drumming is completely ridiculous. The topical nature of this album, like the song "The News," I mean, it hits so close to home, especially now and when this album came out. And I don't know, like Figure Eight is easily their top 5 song for them. I mean, literally, it might be in contention for one of their best songs of all time. And yeah, something about this album I think is just such a mood and such a vibe. It's by far the most cohesive of all of their albums. Especially, I would say albums like Brand New Eyes and Self-Titled are really good, but they don't really, they're not as cohesive. The songs kind of don't really flow into each other as smoothly. Whereas I feel like in This Is Why, each song goes into the next one perfectly. And the whole album feels like it was made to be consumed as one piece. You know what I mean? Like no one song individually steals the thunder away from the next song. So it really is the best album listen from start to finish of all of their albums, which is crazy considering it's their newest album and the one that is, you would think after all these years they would be getting worse, but they're actually getting better. And yeah, I think it's their best album since Riot, and low key, it might be better than Riot. Can I say that? I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna put it here, actually. It's not better than Final Riot, that still is the GOAT, but it it's probably their best album, I'm not gonna lie. Riot is close second for in terms of studio albums, and then, yeah, this looks pretty good. So I would say, all in all, for the Paramore tier list, we got The Final Riot, This Is Why, oops, Riot, Brand New Eyes, Self-Titled, After Laughter, and this does not mean it's a bad album, but All We Know Is Falling, still a good album, just unfortunately not their best album by Paramore standards. But there you go, C tier. A no album goes in D tier, and there we have it. That is our Paramore album ranking tier list. Thanks for watching.